Dead by Daylight is becoming really, really unfun to stream. Now, from someone who has 7,000 hours in this game, this might sound like a really weird take, so I'd like to explain it to you in a lot more detail. And it's not just me who's feeling like this lately. Otzdarva has also spoke about his feelings about the issues around Dead by Daylight at the moment, and I'll flash his video on screen now if you want to check that out. And quickly to address, my voice should sound different. I am pretty sick at the moment. I lost my voice a few days ago, but I really want to get into explaining why I feel this way around streaming Dead by Daylight at the moment. Now, the most obvious reason, which I'm sure a lot of you know about already, is hackers. Dead by Daylight has had a rampant cheater hacker problem for I don't know how long, and it just seems like they're never going away. If you haven't seen examples of the cheaters in this game and what they do, there are basically two main ways to cheat or hack. There's one way which is super blatant, super obvious, you don't care at all, you're just showing that you're hacking straight away, and this can be done with malicious intent like holding streamers hostage, because if you don't know, if a hacker gets in your game and the hacker wants to, they can hold a streamer or any player in the game hostage for a maximum of 2 hours. And the only thing you can do to get away from that is disconnect. But if you're disconnecting, you get a penalty. And if you're getting stream sniped by hackers, that penalty is only just gonna get bigger and bigger from 5 minutes to 15 minutes to 30 minutes. And the other way is the hackers can get into your game, but hide the fact that they're cheating and only subtly cheat on gen speeds or getting around the map a little bit quicker, getting unhooks quicker. And these kind of things are really, really hard to detect. If you wanna see an example of this, I made a video in which I faced a hacker that hit it really, really well up until one point right near where the end where I was going to kill the hacker and they just auto-escaped. And to test how hard it was to see whether this person was hacking or not, I took the footage and I showed it to 3 very well-established, very good at the game content creators, Rapid Main, Otz, and Hens, and not a single one of these guys could tell who was cheating and guessed correctly, even when I told them somebody was cheating in the game 100%. Another example we've had is, if you don't know, I hold pretty high win streak on Nurse on Twitch at the moment. Just when I'm streaming, we're just sort of keeping a win counter and I'm playing to win. Not really for any reason, it's just for a little bit of fun. It's just more entertaining than normal games. And we've had hackers try to maliciously end that streak by stream sniping, hacking, and trying to hide the fact that they're hacking. I made a video on that game as well if you want to see that. But basically what they did is they slowly just ticked up all the progress of multiple generators on the map. Luckily, I had changed my build for that one game and I had Tinkerer on, so I could actually see that there was definitely something not right in the game. And at the end of it all, they put in the endgame chat their name and then they said that they ended the streak, which of course they didn't because they were hacking, but it just proves that they were stream sniping purely to do this. Another thing which Behavior has done recently, which only seems to add fuel to the fire, is they've done a brilliant thing on one side by introducing more settings for streamer mode, which is brilliant. It prevents stream sniping, and it makes it so people in the game's names don't show up if you don't want them to. But on the flip side, hackers can use this, and then it's much, much more difficult to report the hacker because their profile is completely hidden. Now, if you've never gone the full length of reporting a hacker, which, by the way, the full length of reporting a hacker is literally downloading the clips of the person cheating, going to Behavior's website, and submitting it there. I have basically a Discord channel where I'll message the guys' profiles to my mods, and when I'm streaming, they can just quickly take a clip and submit it as evidence. So luckily, we can actually report these guys much quicker than other people would be able to. Like, can you imagine if somebody's playing on a Nintendo Switch? They have to somehow prove that the person is cheating and then grab their name and everything else and then get the clip and put it on PC and then put through the report. It's a very, very long process. But even with us putting through these reports, one of my mods reported 2 people with suitable clips as evidence and all of the right things filled out. And these 2 cheaters were reported on the 19th of August. And the cases were open and these 2 players were not banned until the 13th of September. So these 2 hackers were absolutely running rampant for just under a month before they got banned. And that's with full reports in that time. They could have even been hacking even well before this. And with the 2 fully in detailed reports, it took Behavior a month to getting around to banning these hackers. And if you didn't think the hacker situation was bad enough on Dead by Daylight right now, streamers are also getting their IPs leaked. This was something which happened quite a long time ago, and it happened to quite a few streamers. Streamers were getting DDoSed, etc., etc. And Behavior, it took a very, very long time to make a comment and acknowledge that it was even a problem in their game at the time. And now, apparently, it was either never patched at all, or it came back. Because streamers, again, having to stream with VPNs on just to avoid getting their IPs leaked, which is just insane. To quote Otzdarva directly, or the analogy that he used, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, it's you're coming to stream a game, but it's like you're in a hazmat suit. You have to protect yourself from all angles. Every game in the win streak at the moment, I'm just so incredibly paranoid that somebody in my game is going to be cheating. And I don't want to falsely accuse anyone either, because I think that's just a really bad thing to do. But it really sucks that you could go into game after game after game, and you have no idea whether someone's cheating or not. And you might say, well, Alf, I've played, 70 hours and I've never got a cheater. But for me, when I was streaming in the mornings, I would normally stream for about 4 or 5 hours. And in that time, it was completely common to get around 4 or 5 cheaters. Now, whether that's spiked and that's higher because I'm on such a high win streak and my MMR is quite high, and whether that's spiked because I was streaming at the time, it probably was. But still, in any situation, having a game where you can encounter a cheater every single hour and completely void the game that you're playing feels so ridiculous. And if you are streaming in the morning, which is when I normally do, queue times for killer are around 5 minutes or so, which isn't the end of the world. I can wait for that. But then if I was to dodge every potentially, dangerous lobby, as in a private profile on Steam, or somebody with streamer mode, or somebody with some rare cosmetic, or something which is just typical that a hacker would use or bring, every single time I do that, it adds another 5 minutes of lobby time, which again just contributes to that argument of I'm streaming Dead by Daylight, but I'm in a hazmat suit. I am trying to protect myself in any way possible. And that really just takes away the fun of streaming. It's just adding all these little stresses in constantly of this could happen and this could go wrong and things that are just completely out of the streamer's control. Like Otz said, like many other streamers have said, I really, really, really hope Behavior can sort this out soon. And I'm not underestimating it at all. I'm sure this is a really, really difficult problem to fix, but there has to be some better way than the systems that we have right now. Even the report system itself is just so long-winded. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of the issues and the hacking issue, as well as the IP leak issue in Dead by Daylight at the moment, but we're now less than 2,000 subscribers away from 100k. So thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate you all more than I can get across in words as always. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.